police would scramble the girls by driving the squad cars on top of the sidewalk, blaring their sirens to chase us out of the area.
We can't just be normal people at work. They will categorize us as sex workers first, before employers, employees, before anything. We will be drug addicts, whores, and prostitutes before we... I hope their tires bust.
The Stroll is a story about the New York City's Meatpacking district, where once upon a time, trans sex workers used to live and work in the area until gentrification came and pushed everybody out of the area. I understood that there was a gap in history that needed to be filled, and so it was imperative that we told this story now and not wait 50 years later. We were pushed out of the neighborhood years ago. And now you don't see us here anymore. My mission was to tell this story before we're gone. I felt that I could get it right if I was the one to tell it. You can displace, a group or a generation of people within 20 years, and then that next generation knows absolutely nothing. So it's important to share and pass down history. If you don't know your history, you don't know where you're going.
Not only that, but that we are ingenious survivors and find ways in the face of great odds and despite really having no place in society and culture to claw out community. It was incredible how the people of the neighborhood who lived in the Meatpacking district knew really nothing about what had happened to the young trans folks who had lived and worked in the streets of the Meatpacking district. And to witness a person's vulnerability allows you to really see them as a human. I think storytelling at its best is able to do that.
It was 1983. I was on my own. I was transitioning at this time. Back then, being a trans woman, unless you had your ID changed and Social Security card, you couldn't just walk into a place and get a job. Some people choose sex work because they want to. Some choose it because they had no choice. A lot of us back then did not have a choice because jobs were not accessible to us.
There are headlines and news programs and stuff, but it doesn't give you the full scope of a story. You only hear it in about 30 seconds, but then when you take the time and sit and focus and watch something, it does begin to change people's minds. It does make them change their perspective on how they've treated trans people, how they can be allies moving forward. And I see a lot of that now, and so it gives me a lot of hope for the future.
I mean, this is a serious award for serious journalism. And to be considered worthy of the highest integrity of journalistic standards is the biggest honor of a lifetime.
I'm still crying on the inside. I still can't believe it. I'm still processing it, but it is so huge. And I'm thank you.